y'all, did y'all miss us? Because we sure missed you. Look, watch, like, and subscribe to our channel at Sister Sis 1988, as well as follow us on all our social media platforms at Sister Sis 1988. We're going to start off and introduce ourselves. I'm Jamie.
I'm Latoya.
And I'm Calandra.
And we are Sister Sis, and we have come with another phenomenal show with another phenomenal woman, another phenomenal lady. Her name is Miss Karen Rose. I'm going to hand the mic to her and let her give us a little bit about herself, and then we'll jump into our questions. Hi, Miss Karen.
Hi. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to talk to you guys today.
Yay.
I have a fabulous company called Canvas Creek Team Building, and we do incredible work with collaborative art, trying to get people to communicate better and have joyous interactions.
Oh man, it's beautiful.
Awesome.
I can't wait to get more information as we were doing our research on you. So I'll go ahead and let Toya start.
All right. So how do you use art to encourage students to express themselves?
Well, it's such a great question. When we do this collaborative art, each person has their own paints that they are using, but they're standing side by side on a canvas. So there are 4 people on a canvas. And each person starts very independently, and they start with kind of whatever interests them, which is almost always, we're in Montana, so it's almost always a mountain scene or a tree or whatever is really important to them. And then as we go through the process, they realize that collectively they have a really interesting voice. And so that's what happens, is that they get to express themselves by interacting with others. And it's absolutely phenomenal. You can feel the electricity in the room when it starts to work.
Yeah.
So they kind of start the painting from different ends and then kind of end up intertwined.
Yes, absolutely. I call it segmented, Latoya, where like each of you 3 would stand shoulder to shoulder, but you not bump one another's art. And by the end, you're just smearing all over it. So it looks like the art behind Calandra when it's done.
Okay.
Awesome. So in what ways does engaging with art help students develop their creativity and critical thinking skills?
Again, you have such great questions. So the art, they get so immersed in it that they form, I call it a visceral response. It's really a caveman response. They get so connected to what they've created together that they, first off, are super, super protective of it. But then afterwards, when we're done with the process, they are very, very open-minded. They'll be completely honest and they'll be completely vulnerable. And so we use we use 4 senses. We use sight, we use touch, we use hearing, and we use smell in the process. And that really helps people to get more creative. And there's very seldom in life that all those things are actively working in your world. And so that really does turn on people's creativity.
Okay. And so when you say you use different senses, so are you using like maybe clay for feel, essential oils, or?
Yeah, I'm not that fancy. It's all done with the paint and the brushes and the music
Okay.
that's playing in the room.
Oh, okay.
And when you're standing side by side, like students in a school, they're close together in classrooms, but they're never shoulder to shoulder. And so you smell one another, on that human level of not just perfume, but who has good armpits and who doesn't. But those things really connect us, and that's what I'm all about. When we get so connected through smell and hearing, then creatively, the kids can come up with really incredible solutions, which is what our goal is. They're really creative then.
Okay, wow. Okay. So my question is, are there any lessons learned or insights you gained along the way that you'd like to share with us today?
Well, I don't know if we have enough time for all of them.
It's okay.
Yeah, right. I think that there's several insights, but one of the really big ones is that there are people in the room. I don't care if it's a classroom, if it's an office, or if it's our house. There are people in the room that we're not listening to. And in my process, we have to close our mouths. We work in silence. So we have to close our mouths and we have to create this art together. And there's a point in the process, I have it timed. There's a point in the process where you will all of a sudden have a new appreciation for what the person beside you can do. And they actually find their voice and they find a way to say, this is who I am and this is what I believe. And it's incredibly powerful. And so I think that was really one of the biggest insights that I got in the beginning. It was somebody who said, well, nobody ever listens to me. And today it didn't matter. They had to listen to me because my brush was bigger than theirs. Right. So
Gotcha.
that's what yeah. And don't you find that in your world that there's people that their voices are not being heard?
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Yes, yes.
Right. And when you finally do hear them, you're like, oh man, you had something that was really important to say
Right,
here.
and very significant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
And well, I was gonna say, and then the other one is how desperately we are seeking connection right now. That people, when they get into this experience, they don't want to let go of one another. And when I started the process 12 years ago, that was true, but it was not as strong as it is today, where we're so disconnected. And when I get them connected in the process, they stay connected. They go out to coffee and they pay attention to one another, which I think is huge. We just are desperately seeking that.
okay. Now, are you one of those people, Miss Karen, when you're out, you're kind of just looking at everybody, watching everybody? Is that you? Are you that person? You're paying attention to everything that's going on around you. You're noticing the guy in the corner, things. Is that you?
So I'd like to say yes. I love to people watch, but if somebody walks up behind me, they scare the crap out of me every time because I don't know. I see rooms of people, so I can feel the energy of a room and I can change the energy of a room, but I'm not good at seeing the individuals. So I have to have people on my team who are really good at that. They're really good at seeing the guy in the corner and knowing what's going on in his mind. So I feel the energy of the room, but I do like to people watch.
Okay, you take me as that person, though, just how you're describing your work. You know what I mean? Like you're this person, you can go in this classroom and you can kind of just have this focus on the children. It sounds beautiful, actually, but I was like, you like in your personal life when you're just out and you're
Yeah,
just having dinner or breakfast or whatever the case, a cup of coffee.
sure.
Yeah, you know what I mean. That's why I was asking. So my
Well,
next
so Jamie, I'm talking to people then. If we're out for breakfast and you're at the next table, you and I just became friends. That's all.
okay, okay, gotcha. Okay. So my next question would be, can you elaborate on the concept of connection is prevention? Connection is prevention. I'll repeat that for the audience. And its significance in various aspects of life, particularly in education and mental health.
Yeah. This is something that almost came upon by accident. So I started using the process about 10 years ago for teen leaders. And what I saw happening is that these kids who went through the process together became really good friends. They were kids who had not met one another before they jumped into my process. And then as they've gone through life, they have been in one another's weddings, they've been godparents to one another's children. So they developed this connection. So that I really did start watching. And what I see happening, you guys, is that when we really connect people with a visceral experience, it prevents drug use, it prevents dropping out of school, it prevents suicide because now, just like you guys have such a strong sister connection, that's what I'm trying to help kids develop, that really strong connection where they can call one another up and say, "What's up with the trench coat? What are you doing?" Or "You said this in class,"
Right.
right? And so the connection, if we have enough of that and we teach people how to use connection positively, with good peer pressure, we can prevent so many of the ills that are happening today.
That's beautiful because I honestly feel like our youth that is it's such high risk these days. There's such an increase in drug use and overdoses and
Right?
suicides and things like that. So that's definitely something to be monitoring. Did you have any more questions, Toya? I thought Toya was trying to ask something here just a minute ago.
Oh, no, I'm fine.
Okay. Well, until next time,
Until next time.
there's strength in sisterhood.
And supporting sisterhood.
Bye.
Bye.